All right, we're going to solve systems of equations algebraically. So when you're finished with this lesson, you're going to be able to solve linear systems using substitution. So first of all, let's do a little warm-up. We're going to evaluate all three of these expressions for a is equal to 2 and b is equal to -6. So pause the video for a moment, then come back and check your answer. Okay, everywhere there's a 2, or a you put a 2 and a b a -6. I always put mine in parentheses, that way you don't miss this negative business. So did you get 40 for number 1? How about a -4 for number 2? And a positive 36 for number 3. Excellent job. The key concepts with this lesson is substitution. It means to plug in or replace a variable with an expression. Remember previously, before we used proper vocabulary, we just say, well, just plug it in. But actually, we're needing to say, let's substitute it. There are several steps for solving systems using substitution. First of all, we're going to solve for one variable in one equation. Then we're going to substitute that variable into the other equation. Then we're going to solve for a variable and substitute the answer to solve for the other variable. I know that sounds confusing, so let's look at an example to see how this would work. So we're to solve this system by substitution. We see that we have y equals x and y equals -x plus 2. So we're going to solve for a variable. Well, no problem, because this one's already solved for a variable. By golly, so is this one. So now what we're going to do is, in place of y, we're going to put -x plus 2. Or notice, remember the transitive property? Both of these are equal to y, so they're equal to each other. That's very simple. Add x to both sides, divide both sides by 2. So we have x is equal to 1. Then we're going to substitute in. If x is equal to 1, we'll put a 1 in place for x. So y is also equal to 1. Our solution, x is 1, y is 1. We write it as an ordered pair. Okay, let's see what this looks like with a little bit more difficult example. We're to solve this system by substitution. So this one has a coefficient of 1. So let's subtract 3y from both sides. So now we have x is equal to -3y plus 5. We solve for this one, for x, so we're going to plug it into this one. We're going to substitute -3y plus 5 in for x. So we did work on this equation, so we substituted to the second. You don't do work in this one and then substitute into the same one. You have to change to the second equation. We're going to distribute, combine like terms, add 10 to both sides, divide by 10. So y is equal to 1. Then we're going to go in and substitute. So we substituted first into the second. Now we're going to substitute our y value into the first. X plus 3 times 1. We're going to subtract 3 from both sides, so x is equal to 2. Now notice, we solve for y first. Our answer is not 1, 2. Our answer is x, then y, so it's 2, 1. Very good. You're ready to begin working on the assignment.